Okay everyone, so this is a review of the LG Blu-ray burner. Model number is WH10LS30K. For those who are curious, the WH10LS30 is supposedly the same drive, so no worries there. This is the drive that's probably in anybody's computer that's a Blu-ray burner. It's probably the most popular drive out there because of limitations right now with Blu-ray burning. I picked this up on Newegg on the Black Friday deals. It was $70, but normally it's $100, which is completely worth it, and I'll get to that later. Well, let's start off with a few things. It does have a shiny surface to it. It's fairly like a fingerprint magnet, but you know, not too bad. I don't have much of an oily hand, so I do alright with it. I mean, compared with the Sony drive and the Optical drive I have up there, with the matte finishes, it definitely stands out. You can even see how much shinier it is. This case is an Antec P182, and yeah, it blends in pretty nice. It's a little shinier black, but enough of that. I mean, if you open it up right here, it does a fairly good job of loading the tray pretty fast. I guess you could say its flimsiness is just like any other drive. I mean, for a benchmark, just for those who are curious, I'll open up a retail drive. I mean, same kind of flimsiness, and another OEM Sony Optical drive that's even flimsier than any of those drives. So if anybody has a drive like this, well, there you go. You got a nice comparison. Open it back up here, and I do not like where how the eject button is there. See how it kind of blends in right here? It's right there. Hopefully this camera can kind of capture the two spikes right there. I always sit up here and I always kind of blindfoldedly reach, and I was looking for like a gigantic button, and I have to find that little tiny button right there. But as far as drive noise goes, let me plug in Blu-ray. 1 second. Just put that right there. Oh, by the way, these optical quantum discs on Newegg are extremely good. These blank discs, I highly recommend them. I'll explain why later in the review. Plug it in. This drive almost makes no noise. I mean, this could be the quietest drive I've ever owned, DVDs or Blu-rays or CDs. I mean, have two good benchmarks up there. That retail Sony drive up here is it kind of took the title away from it. The Optiarc up there is it's pretty noisy. I'm gonna be honest. But this drive is extremely quiet. Do not worry about noise with this drive. Now, as far as burning capabilities go, Newegg will tell you this drive has a 2 megabyte cache buffer. It is actually 4. Many reviews will even back me up on this one. A lot of people will have 4 too. I use the Nero information tool, and it indeed does have 4 megabytes of cache, which is a plus on your side, everybody. It burns dual layer Blu-rays, single layer Blu-rays, the Blu-ray writables, DVD plus RW, minus RW, minus R plus R, dual layer, CD-R, read CD-ROM, you name it, it does almost everything. Now, for those who are wondering about Verbatim, why they decided to go a different route and call it something called a Blu-ray low to high disc, this drive will burn the Verbatim low to high discs. I have I don't really think they're worth buying. Why? Because they claim to be cheaper, but a pack of 20 runs you like $30 on Newegg, and it's low to high, and mind you, it doesn't work on most drives. This drive will read it, but all the older ones apparently have a big problem with low to high discs, and I think it's because they use it on the same press as DVDs and CDs, but I could be wrong. Again, this is what the comment section is for. why I recommend these optical quantum discs. I got them for $25, so it's $1 a piece. These are I guess I'd call them high to low discs. These work with virtually anything that can read a BDR. I did back up a couple of my movies to have a set, and they work perfectly in my BDP S360 Sony Blu-ray player. They work fine in a PS3. They work fine in a BDP S350 Sony player. Hopefully that'll help you guys out if anybody has those players, and they're extremely popular Blu-ray players. With these optical quantum discs, they burn fairly quickly. I mean, just for the enthusiast who's into Blu-ray, this is probably your best option for a Blu-ray drive, and the most economical. Actually, I think this is the cheapest drive and probably the best drive right now, unless I'm missing some insane psycho industrial drives. But for the typical average consumer, this will do a perfect job. It's a SATA, so make sure you have one of those in your board. Other than that, I mean, there's your Blu-ray drive. If you're wondering about getting it, Newegg, I don't see it go below $100 unless it's a crazy deal time like Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Maybe in the Christmas sales, who knows, they'll have it cheaper. But, I mean, if this helps for $100, it's also completely worth it. So, hopefully, I helped you guys out with this review, and thanks for watching.